All right, everybody. Radio Check is live on station. We're
Amen.
so happy to be here at Mission Barbecue. Look, Vince and I are stuffed as it is, but we're gonna talk a little bit about this food here. But we're gonna introduce real quickly the brains behind all this tonight, very quickly. On Vince's side,
Yeah, indeed. We're just so again fortunate to be here at Mission Barbecue, live in location. But I will love to introduce you to this young lady who is actually doing some great things for the community.
Oh, there I am.
Can you see Miss
Hi.
Leanne? Leanne, tell us a little bit about your job and Mission Barbecue itself.
Okay, I am the community ambassador for the Oviedo store at Mission Barbecue, and everybody here has their own mission, and our mission is to serve. It's to serve those who serve. So, thank you so much for
outstanding.
being here. Thank you both for your service.
Oh, thank you so much. Hey, look, we've had a delicious evening dinner, and then they want to top it off with a banana pudding. I put those pictures on there, so if you go on LinkedIn in the post prior to this, you're gonna see it. But you need to get down here and taste that for yourself.
Good
So
stuff.
thank you so much for all that you've done with your mission here, feeding, taking care of those that have taken care of others in the past. Every veteran needs to stop by Mission Barbecue.
Please do. We are honored. We are honored to serve those who serve. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time and giving us this location, this beautiful food,
You got
and
it.
all the service that you deliver for all of us, first responders and veterans.
I'm honored.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
I know she has to get back to work, folks, because we're running a business.
Hey, look, it's a blessing now, folks. If you followed us on Radio Check, the reason why we started Radio Check is to check up on our buddies. So if you're out there, right, and you're joining us tonight, and I see Zara from the UK. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Rob, thanks for being with us all the way from Pittsburgh. And so, look, folks, we entreat you, we invite you. But if you are a first responder, a veteran, somebody that's serving out in the front lines, whatever occupation you may be in, this show is for you. This is for you to be able to reach out and let us know how you're doing.
Yep. And let me just say, if you caught something Enrique said, he said first responders. And if you know, we added first responders to the menu because they, as he mentioned, they have served, they're on the front line here in the United States and all over and abroad in the UK as well. So we're here honoring you all as well as veterans in Mission Barbecue, a company who delivers great food for first responders and veterans. So we're just honored. And the idea came through putting it out to the last during our last session. And John Minyard said, you know what? First responders should be added. Interesting enough, our last two guests on Leadership Void have nonprofits for veterans and and first responders. Badges United Foundation and Wings for Warriors Foundation. So stars aligned. You guys are all part of this great team, so we want to honor you too. So join Radio Check.
I tell you that sometimes we forget, right? When you come out of groups, and I'm talking about military, and even within the military, you have your groups, right? You have your forces that for good, bad, or ugly, man, we love each other and we support each other, but we can't forget that there are battles that are being fought outside of the military arena. And, hey, Florida, if you haven't seen the news, we're fighting another battle, unseen battle. The thing is taken over again. But those frontline workers, the nurses, doctors, policemen, fire people, it's just they get sometimes unnoticed and unrecognized. So we want to make sure we do that.
Exactly. And radio checkers, again, we checking in on our brothers and sisters in arms. And as Ricky put out here, Miss Ricky Garza, thank you for all of our first responders, medical team working double duties to keep us safe and taking care of those that needs assistance. Absolutely, Ricky. We could have never said it better than that, but that is very true. Um, they sometimes go unnoticed and they do double shifts, sometimes 24, 48, 72-hour shifts just to make sure they save another life. And we're here to tell them thank you. We would love to have you on our show. We want to check in on you all and say you guys are rocking our world and taking care of all of us. As we're here in Mission Barbecue, we have a meal coming to you if you come out to see us next time, you know.
So, hey, John chimes in, brother. Thank you so much for your encouragement. I saw a couple of posts that you put out today about this event. Appreciate you, brother. But he said, hey, thank you for what you're doing. Come to Texas sometime for the real home of our. Oh, boy.
Oh, that's the fighting words for some other North Carolina might jump in there, Tennessee, but but you know what, or Kansas City, but there's barbecue places in Texas. I attest because as an Air Force member, we our basic trainings over there. I was stationed out there, and I agree with you. There's some great top. And as we're in the Olympics, they can take either the gold, silver, or bronze. So,
hey, there's a spot for somebody, right? But hey, so tonight is all about making sure that we highlight, companies, small businesses, veteran-owned, veteran supporting, first responder supporting, and so we're here tonight not only to partake of the grub, which, by the way, hey, I'm ready for a nap, but it was so good. But they're doing some great stuff here in the Central Florida area. We appreciate what they're doing, and we want to make sure that we start to tandem our events, radio check, with some of these organizations and entities that are doing so.
Right. And if no one has heard of Mission Barbecue, look them up. They definitely have a purpose behind the food and what they stand for and how it all evolves. So I hope you check out Mission Barbecue in your local state. And as you know, every time we meet, I share a little bit of either quotes, inspiration. Today is August 1st, folks. And I looked it up, and today's actually National Friendship Day and actually National Sisters Day, the first Sunday of August, which is today. And interesting also enough, today is Air Force Day. As you see behind me, Air Force jersey. But yeah, that's the celebration of this day. So there's a lot going on there.
Hey, Vince picked prime seating. I'm just going to let you know that right on the other side of that jersey is a Navy jersey. So I just want to say, in celebration of sister services, right? If we refer them as, there you go. And my favorite number 19.
And as we do always, listen, we are going down under from Australia, Mr. John Hill. Hello from Sydney. Awesome work. It is a difficult time for many. Absolutely,
Indeed.
John.
Indeed.
And thank you for highlighting that, because the wounds sometimes and always aren't invisible. And Mr. Carlton also says, finishing homework, friends. Have a great podcast. Got to go ahead and go hard with that higher learning, man, higher education. That's some good stuff there, brother. You're going to do some great things. And let me share with you for today, today's session, a couple of different quotes. And this one goes as such by Robert Louis Stevenson. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Again, don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. A lot said there, man.
Hey, look, it's all in the seed. That's what you put in, right? And if you're not careful, you plant some bad seed. Yeah, I don't care how big the harvest is, it's going to be bad, right? So, great quote. I always enjoy, those perspectives from different leaders throughout the ages that, give us something to think about. And we're talking about Friendship Day. There's a
Mhm.
lot of friends here. I'm looking around the whole area here. A lot of people grubbing. So uh, thank you for being our friend. For all those listening, I see there's a several of you on LinkedIn and YouTube. So thank you for befriending us and letting us to take some of your life and space on a day like this.
Right, on a beautiful Sunday morning, the 1st of August. And Carlton also says, I plan to come visit y'all in
Uh,
Orlando this month.
all right,
We will have our doors and our hearts open for you, Mr. Carlton. So look forward to hearing from you. Um,
outstanding.
and speaking of what we do, it's Friendship Day. You could be our friend on our leadership podcast by joining our YouTube channel, by hitting that subscribe button. And guess what it does? You'll have the opportunity to win the drawing of this book, Standing O Salute Edition by Scott McGregor. A signed autograph book. Just enter our podcast, hit subscribe. You have at least 70 different episodes to watch. But here it is, an opportunity to win this great book by just hitting subscribe on our YouTube. Help us, friends.
And hey, that and I'm gonna throw some of these comments here. Y'all are so friendly, but hey, to have friends, you must be friendly. So thank you. And John says interesting quote, Vince.
Here is something I heard the other day that speaks of service. The fruit is never for the trees.
It's far from the trees, far from the tree. Very, hey, that's true. Uh, you can't tell me you're an apple tree and give me an orange, right? Or hey, they might in today's technology that might happen. I don't know what to say about that.
But no, I definitely thank you, John, for that quote. And Carlton, I know you're taking a break from your homework. I appreciate your friendship as well. We'll definitely look forward to seeing you here in August in Orlando proper. And for those out there, hopefully one day we'll go to Texas, eat that barbecue, John. Because I
Oh
know you're
boy,
treating.
we're trying to work on our waist, brother. But hey, talking about that book and the Standing O, if you know Scott McGregor, he has a series, right? And this is a Standing O series. This particular book is Salute. It's towards military entrepreneurs, things like that,
Mhm.
figures that have done great things. This is a compilation book, which means a lot of contributors have come on and are actually featured in this book. You're going to find a lot of Central Florida figures here, and so it's a good book to glean some information out of and some leadership expertise out of there. So we encourage it. Oh,
Yeah, no.
my boy Raymond.
Raymond Taylor's on the call. John Minyard fact about the fruits of the tree. I appreciate that. And not only Central Florida leaders, Scott also have leaders from pretty much a lot of different states, and I think even abroad. So pick up the book. It's a book of gratitude, of life lessons. So can't go
Let
wrong
me
with that.
let me highlight a little less known fact here. So you see this RBLP-T. If you
Ah,
don't know what that is,
now you're
you
gonna
might
know.
want to connect with Ray and find out. Because if you have been in the military environment, you're going to start seeing that pop up on a lot of profiles. So I'll leave it there because you can contact Ray and find some of that stuff out.
Amen. Definitely so. And we love acronyms, so there's just one of plenty out there. But yeah, again, folks, we are here first and the 15th at 1900 with 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for opportunity just to check in with our brothers and sisters, not only in arms of those first responders and saying hi, how you doing, what resources, what questions, what exactly you're looking to seek to have or know of, and we want to definitely facilitate that. And Miss Jackie Houston says barbecue, small business is big business. Hashtag friends, hashtag business, hashtag big, hashtag military, hashtag entrepreneur. Nice show. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. um, you know, this show has evolved. If you have not been with us long, uh, obviously under the pandemic type of environment, we was tucked up in our homes. But here in the last several months, we've ventured to different establishments, bringing to light things that people are doing that are, great for our community, great for our veteran, military, first responder family. And so you'll see more of this as we get opportunities. But tonight is about you. Tonight, we ate. He's right next to me, but we ate. But tonight is about you. And so if there's anybody out there, in the front line situation, and you need help, you need someone to talk to, this is the show for you to come on and say, hey, look, I'm going through this. I'm not going through this. Hey, I'm fine, but I can help somebody else out.
Right.
That's something we would like to see.
And for those who joined a little late on, we had our regional ambassador, Miss Leanne, came on the show just to share a little bit about Mission Barbecue. She does some great things in the community, and she gave us some great desserts, some banana pudding, and on the plate itself, she wrote this. So I'm gonna see if you can see that.
Thank you for your service.
And that only gave a manifestation of how much they value those who have served, first responders, veterans. So go to Mission Barbecue. You want to just to feel a great family, tribe, camaraderie, they have it here. And if you come at noon and every day at noon, guess what? We have the national anthem going on. So that's another great feature they do here at Mission Barbecue.
Well, I tell you that the banana pudding on its own was delicious. With that little, note, it just made it a little more, impactful. A banana pudding to remember. How about that?
There you go. Let me drink out of the Mission Barbecue cup for a second here.
So, folks, we gather every 1st and the 15th to do a show like this, whether it's virtual, whether we're in a location. But the show was established for those out there that are looking for an out, looking for someone to talk to, looking for resources that couldn't find it on their own. This is the type of show that if you have friends out there that are looking for that camaraderie they lost because they got out of service, we don't go for long on a normal, but hey, there's nothing to say that we might not go to an hour show or whatever. But, we appreciate all that are listening and all that are partaking.
Absolutely. And Mr. Michael Cordina says, also, much love for our veterans and first responders. Absolutely, brother. This is all about giving each other accolades and show acknowledgement of sacrifices each and every one of them and us do. So I appreciate, Michael, those comments and the sentiments you gave. It is National Friendship Day. So today, highlighting them as our brothers and sisters of arms is one way to have that friendship leaf just showcase. So here we are again, live on location at Mission Barbecue. What a great place to talk about and introduce as we evolve first responders to our show, because we all started this with the intention and the design for just veterans, but in the military community. But the expansion came based on a couple of folks and a couple of nonprofits. John Minyard, I salute you and honor you for that, and those two nonprofits. So without that, this would not have happened. So we always evolving ideas you have for our show. Love to hear them too, folks. Please come on the show and just say a couple things, a couple words. It's always great to hear from you.
And if you are in the Central Florida area and you know of a business that is being overlooked that we may not know of now, Vince and I are both part of the Florida, FAVOB, right? So Florida Association of Veteran-Owned Businesses. And, we get to meet a lot of people. But, hey, somebody may not even know about FAVOB, so they're not in it. So if you know of a company that's veteran-owned, owned by a first responder, hey, let us know, and we'll look into it. Maybe visit their spot and
Yeah.
highlight them.
And I'll even throw in there anyone from the military community, even military spouses, they might, or military kids, because they sometimes have great
Hey.
businesses. Because there's a young man here that runs for those, unfortunately, that lost their lives on the line of duties. And we would like to talk to that kid one day. He's here in the Central Florida area as well. That'd be a great thing. But again, Radio Check, we always come together to just hopefully give some light in any of those dark cloud moments that you have. And if it's for 5 minutes that you want to join us, 10 minutes, let's join us, man. It'll be great to have you. And as you coming on, if you're just tuning in, again, this is what I said as far as a quote. This is from Robert Louis Stevenson. It says, "Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant."
Great quote there. And I want to take the opportunity to thank Michael, Jackie, Ray, John, Carlton, John Hill. They got two Johns tonight. And Zara, Ricky, Rob, for joining us tonight. I know, a lot. Hey, there's some countries represented here tonight.
Australia, UK.
Australia, even another state, Pittsburgh and Texas. So, we're happy to have you with us tonight. Thank you for joining us and sharing your comments. If you're out there and you need a home, right? You're looking for that camaraderie. You're not finding it. This is the place for you. And we hope that these episodes, these things that we do on location or not, allowing someone to be able to speak out, because we know there's a lot of things going on in the background that people just don't understand. So we're here for you. We're praying for you. And we just hope that you can find us through the airways and join us one night.
And I'd like to also highlight, as the Olympics are currently going on in Tokyo, the best of the best out there doing what they train for. Same thing as first responders in the military, the best of the best doing what they have trained for. And accolades to the young lady, the gymnast, who decided to take a knee because her mental health was more important than what that gold medal. So at times, just like Radio Check, we're taking a knee for you all. So take time for your own mental health. Yes, we chased gold, we chased silver, we chased bronze. We're trying to be winners all day, but sometimes we have to understand we have to take care of ourselves, just like Simone has done in gymnastics. So taking the knee is important, folks.
And talking about having some resources, I'll just highlight Michael. Michael, I know for a while now, he deals with PTSD, trauma resolution. And if you're in that scenario, that mental health scenario or that situation, Michael's a great resource. If you'd like to reach out to him on LinkedIn and connect with him, by all means, he'll be more than happy to help in that area.
And when you do reach out to him, tell you heard it from Radio Check. It definitely be a great way to connect the dots from that point forward.
Yep, absolutely. So, folks, we are about 6 minutes out from our normal schedule Radio Check. Is there anyone out there listening, looking, that would like to share something from their end? Maybe we'll engage in a conversation for the time that we have.
Rapid fire questions. Give it go. And as you're typing and thinking the question, we're here every first and the 1900 hours. And one email address you can reach us at is theleadershipvoid@gmail.com. So if you happen not to write the question today right here in our chat, theleadershipvoid@gmail.com. Any comments, concerns, questions that you have, definitely we'll entertain them there too and bring it up at our next call.
And even on the replay. So if you're not catching this live and you caught the replay, hey, by all means, type it in. We'll see it. All right, it'll come through our feed, and we'll be able to see that question or that comment. Maybe you have somebody you'd like for us to talk to and invite into the Radio Check that would be beneficial to those out there looking for a point of contact or resource that normally would not be located through their own power, right? So, and that's another thing. If you have resources, if you have places where first responders, military spouse, and children can benefit from, hey, by all means, throw it in the chat. Let us know, and we'll pass that on.
Absolutely, we pass it on indeed, because here we're here to connect, we're here to provide, we're here to force multiplier. A team is successful by all its members, and you're part of our team, and you're part of our tribe. So just take that first step, ask the question, reach out, and it's a hard step sometimes, but you know what? Taking it it's the most important one. So we just hope that you do, and if you reach us, I'll be glad, or Enrique will be glad to answer back and chat with you if need be, or just go ahead and help you out however we can. So we're just honored to do this show, and we're grateful to do it at the Mission Barbecue today. And as Enrique talks, I'll pan the camera a little bit so you can see a little bit of how this motif is set up in Mission Barbecue.
All right. So, folks, I also want to highlight, just in case you did not get this from John Minyard, right? He has Fantail Services, and they are going on a several city tour, right? This is called the Leadership Gold Executive Summit, Leadership Summit. They're coming here to Orlando, so we'll get to see him and his gang. But if you haven't got wind of that summit, it's a multi-city summit. You can go to fantailservices.com and get that Leadership Summit information. Just want to make sure that everybody knows. There goes that Navy 19. I love it. And it's funny that earlier Carlton said, hey, isn't it funny that the Navy's got 19 and the Air Force got 91?
It's because we fly inverted. See the number like in the mirror.
Well, look, I tell you what, it's been a whole lot of fun being here. It's been a whole lot of fun getting this grub. Obviously, not going to be the last time for us, whether we're doing radio check or not. But if you happen to come through Orlando, and let me throw some of these comments that have been coming in. Right, we are strong as our weakest link. And we are all connected in one way or another. That is an absolute fact. John said, as people think about PTSD and stress, I feel like we need to talk about resilience. And you give me your take on how you guys build resilience. Well, I'm going to tell you my take, John. I build my resilience on my knees in the morning and throughout the day. That's the best source for me when they talk about resiliency. But I'll let Vince talk about
Great question, John. Very, very good question. I look at the bigger picture in the sense that I'm not here just for myself. I'm here as a vessel to send a message to others. If it's my kids, if it's my family, or if it's you on Radio Check, And there's three words I always say, the 3 C's. I'm courageous. I'm basically I have the courage, as I said. I'm committed, and I'm definitely, what did I see is I'm thinking of right now. I'm drawing a blank on my last C real quick.
You said 3, so I'll take those 3. I tell you, you shouldn't do a show with your belly full.
Absolutely.
He said courageous, committed, and you don't forget the last one.
I just want to say change, man. We always encourage change to happen. But no, seriously, on all seriousness, resiliency, building that grit, having that internal fortitude to go forward. It's sometimes hard, John. You're right. And they have to just be vulnerable to admit when you need help. And I've done that myself, struggling, not knowing about my own internal demons. I had to go get help. So having the vulnerability to say you need help is part of that resilience building part.
Yeah. And, I had mentioned earlier, right. And just RBLP-T. That's what I had said earlier, right? Resilience is the major part of that RBLP. So if you don't know what it is, go find out, and actually put that in the chat when you do know. Put it in the chat. But John and Ray cannot answer that. They can't answer that.
And the last one was competent, by the way. But Miss Cynthia Powell, thank you for joining. She says, I want to talk about corruption in our justice system and how it can be corrected by a process of elimination of the wrongdoers. Miss Cynthia, that is a show in itself, but definitely something to talk about, to have the courage to talk about that and just to mention it. Very much so. Thank you, Cynthia, for bringing that up.
Yeah, absolutely. So, folks, we are at the end of our show. Cynthia, I know that you came in there. We will actually get someone to try to get that that situated there, because it is something. The justice system in itself is another show. Probably not for the for this one, but we'll definitely look into that and see how we can incorporate that. Let me see what maybe Vince is thinking of peach cobbler. Hey, I hope not, because he already had banana pudding. So,
boy, look at here, John.
Look. So, folks, thank you so much for giving us your time, and thank you so much for looking out for first responders, military spouse, and family. I really appreciate the opening of your time, your life, and giving of your life to share with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And as today, August 1st, the first Sunday of the month, it is National Friendship Day and National Sister Day. So don't forget, hug your friends, hug your sister. And thank you all for, again, like Enrique mentioned, for joining in. And we'll see you on August 15th.
Outstanding. Well, folks, like I said, thank you. God bless.